So I'm showing you States Exhibit 136 and States Exhibit 138. Are those stills that you use to help create the timeline?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And can you just read for 136 the date and time there, and then for 138 the date and time there?
136 is October the 2nd, 2020, approximately 6:16 in the afternoon. And 138 is October the 2nd, 2020, approximately 6:20 in the afternoon as well.
6:20? Okay. Moving forward in the evening, did investigators have still photos from a game camera at the if I have to say the whole name, Lewis Ocean Bay Heritage Preserve? I call it the preserve because that's too much for me to say.
Yes, ma'am.
You had stills from that there also?
Yes, ma'am. We obtained still photos from the Department of Natural Resources, who had a game camera to monitor the area.
So I am, sorry, let me just, who's questioning?
I think that'd be fine.
They're already
You all
admitted,
have
actually. I believe these have already been admitted, Your Honor, 44 through 47 by stipulation of Agent Tom Buchanan of DNR. Your Honor, I believe they were admitted when I read out a number of stipulations.
Start?
I think I did that yesterday morning, late yesterday morning, Your Honor.
Oh, yes.
There were a
You
series
did
of actually.
35 through 47 at one time.
Yes, I'm doing 44 through 47 now, and then I'll show the others.
There and there.
Okay, thank you. And Your Honor, may they be published to the jury as we discussed them? Okay, thank you. So I'm going to do Exhibit 44 first, showing you States Exhibit 44. Is that a still photo from the deer camera?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And do you recognize the car in that photo?
Yes, ma'am. It's a Ford Explorer. It's very much like the type that the deputy coroner drove.
Okay. Can you? Is there a date and time stamp on that photo?
There is. It's October the 2nd, 2020 at 6:26 p.m.
Are you familiar with where the preserve is located?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you familiar with where River's Edge is located?
Yes, ma'am.
Approximately how far apart are they?
Mileage, I'm not sure, but it's about a 15-minute drive, that's my recollection.
And then showing you States Exhibit 45. Do you recognize? Do you recognize the car in that photo?
Yes, ma'am. It's a transport van that's used by the transport services that move bodies.
Is there a date and time stamp on that photo?
Yes, ma'am. October 2nd, 2020 at 6:26 p.m. as well.
Okay. And do these cars appear to be entering or exiting the preserve?
They're entering.
Next, showing you States Exhibit 46. Again, do you recognize the vehicle in that?
Yes, ma'am. It's a minivan. Very much the same appearance, the one that was entering it a few minutes earlier.
Okay, so what's the date and time stamp on this?
Date and time and stamp on that one is October 2nd, 2020 at 6:40 p.m.
So I'm just going to have you compare 45 and 46. What's the difference in time? How long did the car appear to be in the preserve?
Just short of 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. And now if I could show you States Exhibit 47. What are we seeing in States Exhibit 47?
That would be the Ford Explorer. Also in the far left-hand corner, you also see the minivan exiting as well. and that's on October the 2nd, 2020 at 6:40 PM as well.
Okay, I'm going to ask you just to keep your voice up just a little bit.
Okay.
I think the jury's having trouble hearing you. Before I move on in time, were there other still photos from the Deer camera showing the defendants at the preserve in the days prior to October 2nd?
Yes, ma'am, there were.
Your Honor, now I'm going to 35 to 43, which I also believe have been admitted.
All right.
And I would ask that they be published. So if we can go to State's Exhibit 35. Can you tell us what we see in Exhibit 35?
In Exhibit 35, you have the Ford Explorer as well as the minivan entering the Ocean Bay Preserve on September the 29th, 2020 at 1:13 PM.
So 3 days earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
And then State's Exhibit 36.
Again, it's the Explorer and the minivan, and you can actually see Miss Jackson outside of the minivan, and that is on September the 29th, 2020 at 1:14.
Are you able to see anything at the driver's door of the Ford Explorer?
Yes, ma'am. You can see the door open and an individual stepping out of it.
So showing you State's Exhibit 37.
Yes, ma'am. Again,
Let's just wait.
oh, I'm sorry.
There's just a lag for the photos to come up. Okay. State's Exhibit 37.
Very much similar to the same picture, only at this point in time, the individual from the Explorer has stepped out, and you can see that that's Mr. Dontell.
And what's the date and time there?
The date and time on that one is September the 29th, 2020 at 1:14 PM.
State's Exhibit 38.
Again, the Explorer and the minivan and the individuals have walked around behind, I'm sorry,
That's okay.
behind the Explorer, and that is on September the 29th, 2020 at 1:15.
State's Exhibit 39. I'm going to help you. I'm not going to give you the photo until it's up. Okay. State's Exhibit 39.
The same two vehicles, the minivan at this point in time is turning out and leaving, and that's on September 29th, 2020 at 1:35 PM.
State's Exhibit 40.
The Explorer is leaving at this point to exit the preserve, and that's on September 29th, 2020 at 1:36 PM.
Moving on to State's Exhibit 41.
This is on September 30th, 2020 at 9:58 AM, and the minivan and the Explorer are entering the Lewis Ocean Bay Preserve.
State's Exhibit 42.
That's the Explorer, and it appears to be exiting on September 30th, 2020 at 10:39 AM.
And lastly, State's Exhibit 43. Whoops, sorry.